Hey guys, for many families and individuals, pets are more than just companions. They are an extension of the family. Many multifamily owners and landlords recognize this and have shifted to more of a pet friendly model. For other owners, they do not want pets in their units as they may cause damage or bother the other tenants. Prospective tenants will bring their pets along saying that they are companion animals, leaving the owners and landlords worried about fair housing rules and the consequences if they don't comply. These days, it is now more important than ever to understand the fair housing rules around service and assistance animals and the potential problems that an operator can face if they don't comply. Not understanding the differences could result in you inadvertently discriminating a person with a disability and in turn violate the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. But here's the long and short of it. The rule states that people with disabilities have the same rights to housing as those without disabilities. As an owner or an operator, it is illegal to deny housing to someone because they have a physical or mental disability. Before we go into the problems you can face as an owner or an operator, let's go into the two primary scenarios you'll be faced with: service animals and assistance animals. So, as I mentioned, service animals are covered by the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. A service animal is primarily defined by the ADA as a dog, all right, that performs tasks for a person with a disability. The tasks performed by the dog must be directly related to that person's disability. The important thing to note here is that there is no proof required by the tenant that the dog has been trained or even registered with the government. That you are not allowed to set up a designated unit for the tenant with service animals out of consideration for the other tenants, as they need to be in the same opportunity, need to have the same opportunity to be in any unit for any person without disabilities. So this means no pet-friendly units. You're also not allowed to charge pet rent or any fees or anything else like that either. Now, like I said before, it is illegal for you to deny housing, even if you have a no pet rule, to someone that has a service animal. Assistance animals are just a little different. They are not covered by the ADA, rather, they're covered by the Fair Housing Act. An assistance animal may be a service animal for someone that needs emotional support to eliminate or alleviate their disability. So, unlike the ADA that limits service animals to dogs, an assistance animal can be just about any animal within reason. So, there have been people that say that their alligators, their skunks, and even their donkeys are assistance animals. It's worth noting that there is no restriction on dog breeds either. Like the ADA, assistance animals do not need to be trained as they may be helping that person cope with conditions such as anxiety. Any potential tenant that does not have an obvious disability and is seeking to have their assistance animal in the unit uh, would make a formal request to you as the owner. You're able to ask the person two questions about their request: if they have the disability and if there's a need for the animal. Now, definitely rope in your attorney here, because if your attorney determines that there is an accommodation request for an assistance animal to this legitimate, then it cannot be treated as a pet. This means you cannot charge a pet deposit or even charge a pet rent or anything like that. Now, you may think a new or existing tenant may be trying to get around your no pet rule and their pet fees. What do you do when they say they want an accommodation, but they don't appear to have a disability? To avoid any trouble, you need to follow the HUD guidelines. You need to push back a little bit to that tenant and request a doctor's verification in writing of the tenant's disability and whether the animal is actually needed to support this disability. The letter should confirm that the disability is established and that the animal is actually needed for that person to cope or serve as treatment for that disability. And to limit your risk, you can use a third-party assistance animal validation provider. There are several on the internet, and they're little to no cost to you at all. So definitely look into doing that. It's also worth noting that if you live on the property or a member of your family has an allergy to the animal, it may be possible to deny the service animal. And if the service animal or assistance animal shows aggression towards anyone, you can possibly deny that dog in your rental as well. It just cannot be based on it has to be based on fact. It has to be factual. Okay. Before you take on either case, be sure to talk to your attorney and come up with an execution plan. Because remember, you're dealing with federal law here. This is nothing to play around with. So same thing with any of the advice I'm giving you here. Run it by an attorney. Make sure that you're very much aware of how to handle these sorts of scenarios. Anyway, how do you stay in compliance with your tenants about service animals? How do you mitigate your risk? Let me know in the comments. I would love, love, love to hear from you. If you like this content, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it. Also, check out the Bulletproof Cash Flow podcast on iTunes and Stitcher, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And if you haven't already, go ahead and leave a comment there, because it'll help the channel too. We're working on getting new content out to you guys every day to help you build success in the world of multifamily, and want you to be great. So go ahead and do that, guys. Be great. Talk to you soon. Bye.